I'll just do it in this one. Grab the thing. Eikobasa. Thanks for the 3 months. We better fucking get this. Yeah, surely not only just this stream, but this exact run. I was curious if I wanted to look at another chapter before I just pressed go. But I said, nah, no, somehow I'm gonna use my one attempt at doing it okay on the practice, and then I'm gonna start overthinking it and fuck it all up. So it has to be this time. I was able to not start too late today because daylight savings helped me, like, despite streaming really long that day, it gave me the extra hour, so I was able to shift back my schedule an hour, which is kind of what I wanted. But we'll see how long that lasts. A day, a week. I would like to keep it a little bit on the earlier side because winter kind of sucks and I want to see some sun. Like the perils of starting earlier, you think I'll end earlier, but then I'll be like, we got more time for gaming, and then it just, gets fucked again. Hey, Violet. It's only been 2 days of darkness, and I already can't stand it. And it's like not even as dark as early as it will be in like next month. Like, I didn't sign up for this. Got pulled into a RuneScape Iron Man. Is that like a no dying, doing the whole thing through or something? I don't really know how RuneScape is set up, if there's an actual end. No dying, no trading, okay. Definitely good luck on that. Sounds like something that would be kind of addicting. Ready to feel your mood being lowered from it getting dark at 4 p.m.? Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping it's just like a couple days worth of adjusting and then it's okay enough. But I doubt it. I don't usually like winter too much for that. Also fairly new to it, played when you were 7, damn. I'm sure they changed a lot of things since then. I don't know if it had stopped getting updates though, like a while ago. They're still actively updating? Okay, that's a lot of years then to catch up on stuff. Do the crisp air without it being pitch black? No, I prefer that too. Like, it was a nice day today. It wasn't ridiculously cold, and the sun was clear. And it was really great at 2 p.m. And then past 2 p.m., it wasn't. That's why I try to not be as nocturnal for winter, because then it will just be like only darkness for me. I end up waking up too late. I say, don't push back here. I don't know how this eye turns if I move a little bit too forward. Like it sees me and then turns. Because I thought it was automatic on like a timer of going to certain zones, but I think it sees the movement and then turns to me. This game is really fucking dark. I think I have to put my brightness up. Not like that really helps it. Yeah, brightness is at 35. I need it at least like 70. Okay. Didn't really do much, gotta say. It didn't do much. Even if all I do is just sit at home on the computer, having the sun out makes everything just feel better during the day. In the winter, the darkness makes me feel kind of claustrophobic. I don't know how to really describe it. Maybe I call it more of a gamma level thing. I wonder if they have it here. They had like advanced. Um I don't know which one that would be, so I'll just keep it then. I guess I can move around with the shadows or something, but alrighty, okay. Man, I'm gonna fall asleep with how slow this is. Like, I kind of remembered it, but I also didn't. I was free for one day. I also feel kind of stupid I haven't gotten this yet. Like, I have put so many hours into this that I thought I needed to do. After, like, being there on, like, first try, second try. Remember the first 15 minutes? At least there isn't much going on. Yeah, like, I like that there isn't much because it's harder to lose it. It's a little bit platformy intensive. But I've gotten pretty consistent with it now after having done it so many times. But it's such filler when the contentious part is like 45 minutes deep into the run. I'm like, ugh. I gotta just do all this to like maybe get an attempt again. Only for the chef to get triggered and grab me somehow when I thought he wasn't gonna grab me, and then there you go. Hey Mario, early stream? Yeah, I used to like start at this time, but somehow it's been like an hour and a half, 2 hours later, which I was saying I want to try when I can to do earlier, just so I can get to bed earlier, so that I can get more sun in my day. Or what will, I'm sure, happen, be like, yo, it's only 10 a.m., p.m., whatever the line is. We still got tons of hours of gaming left, and then I just still go the same amount of time. Anyway. I can't believe last stream was like 7 hours. That's too many hours of this game. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, that last hour, I think normally I would never do that. I've done 5 to 6, and that's usually my upper limit. It also depends what game I'm doing, because my voice is still sore. Just from like all the days. And then yesterday I called my mom for a couple hours because I hadn't talked to her in a little bit. And then, you know, it's not like I didn't speak. It was like streaming, but not streaming. Starting an hour early means an additional 10 per stream. Not that it'll come to that, of course. Yeah, exactly. I didn't even want to put that into the atmosphere because I thought that too. I was like, yeah, if I start earlier, then I have more time to do an attempt. It's just more gaming in general. Just we can get more things off the list. When I was doing like the Elden Ring stuff, I remember trying to start around nowish. And I would be going for like 6 to 8 hours with the Tree Sentinel. But I was doing streams every other day because logically I just couldn't fit them in physically or time-wise and rest my voice and all that. But I haven't really done that recently. I've been just kind of going hard. Just do what moves you, you know? Stream grinder, yeah. There were a bunch of cool games that came out. I wanted to get achievements, and it's fun hanging with you guys, so then the hours just fly by, and there you go. And then I say, oh, I'm probably gonna skip today. And then the time comes, I'm like, you know, I kind of want to grind that thing, and I don't mind company, so then you just press go live, and somehow it's another 5 hours passed, and here we are. Yeah, exactly. If I didn't have games that I wanted to play, things I wanted to do and share, then I probably would be doing it a bit less. But that's the conundrum. There's always something to do. There's always something to play. I didn't like split. Unless it's Dead Cells. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, unless it's Dead Cells. Did I practice Kitchen Escape again? I did a couple of times. It was saved on my last file where we all F Ford when I got caught. And it starts at the beginning of the room, all the way back, so I can get the full hook sequence, so I don't have death cycle. And I've tried so many different things. I tried going on the box in front. Because, like, there's the plate box, the one I'm jumping on where the bottle hits, and then one, like, forward. I was trying to see if that one would be a little bit safer. I didn't like that one. If I could bait the chef to come to the front by going to that box. I'm trying to grab onto always the second hook because I can't make the first one, but I'm trying to grab onto the second hook way before it gets to the edge because maybe just being on the hook he doesn't grab me. And trying to stay maybe toward the left of the plates instead of going all the way to the edge of the plates. Because he kind of got a little confused, not knowing if he should go to the front or to the back. It's a little tedious to practice because it takes like 3-4 minutes to get a chance at that scene. So it's like, how many times do I want to do this? I tried to do the skip and I couldn't figure it out. And you do just die if you don't get it, so I'd rather not attempt that. Yeah, it's not worth it. If it was true speedrun, then yeah, but it's not. I even looked up a guide video and it said it was from like 5 years ago. And they were saying, jump when it looks like this, grab, don't let go. But it wasn't working. I could have been off and not doing it correctly because this game is very finicky with like everything, but some of these tricks for speedruns in games, you have to just get a feeling and it's hard to really explain the time to do it. Like Celeste, that berry on flag 16, I think, where you just have to like slide down a little bit and diagonal dash and then go back up from the diagonal. It's so tricky to get and you can't really line up with anything for it to be that consistent. Maybe you know which one, Morio, but I'm not sure if anyone else knows the reference. Outside. You know how much depression I had after losing to the lady again? Last stream. Like, I so was looking forward to, but I wasn't even counting my chickens. Finishing that run in even 6 hours and then going to bed happy. And then you try again and then you lose and then you go to bed doubly depressed. Ever played Celeste? That's interesting. Considering you had the self-proclaimed perfect game taste. Get inside. Goes on sale for like $5 all the time. And even if you pay full price, it's worth it. Get inside! Oh my fucking gosh, he wasn't going in. Boxes are weird sometimes. They get like caught on something. Didn't say you didn't like it. Looks cool, just haven't gotten around to it. Oh, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. I know a lot of people like a lot of games, but considering that you followed when I was doing Souls stuff, sometimes the Souls people kind of only stick to Souls stuff and adjacent. You've played like all these roguelikes and other indies and stuff too. So it's just nice to be able to relate on more games too. I thought a lot of people just played a lot of things. They kinda do. But I've also found through Twitch that people are a little bit more narrow-minded than I expected. I don't like all the shit I've played. I definitely have genres I prefer more than others, but I usually give things a go. Hate this one. It's pretty varied, say, but sold a big chunk of your playtime. Gotcha. Especially with the 2D versus 3D divide. People don't really like cross the line, I guess. Maybe for like one isolated thing. Too many good indies to pigeonhole yourself, I agree. Yesterday when I went out for food, it was pretty late, and I heard some dudes sitting at the bar talking because it was all quiet, and my ears like peaked up when they're talking about video games. Because I heard DLC, and I'm like, DLC in the wild, what are we fucking talking about? And I think they were talking about like Skyrim and Outer Worlds. So it was a little bit better than the typical, but still it sounded like they were just playing all the AAA new releases and stuff. And I'm like, man, every time I hear video games from outside Twitch, that's what I get. And then one dude said he had 1,000 hours in Destiny, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Can't take you seriously now. 2D people don't do 3D because depth adds difficulty as well as camera controls, and 3D people don't do 2D because they find it to be lesser games. I've heard that too, yeah. I would never expect to hear indie talk IRL. Yeah, I know. I barely hear anything game related, and then if so, it's all the typical. I don't know if I'm making this. I was like, surely I'm gonna hear some Mega Bonk discussion. Because that was big enough. And I don't know if it was on Game Pass. I thought it was. Pretty sure Ball Pit is. Like, surely we can get something in the wild, but no. Yeah, I don't know if the mannequins slow me down. Don't think it's on console. Oh, then never mind. And I guess it was Ball Pit that I confused it with. That probably makes sense because it's just such an indie developer that's constantly making adjustments now. I remember hearing people talk about Helldivers last year. But that was everywhere for a bit. Yeah, I was gonna say was, right? Because don't people hate it now? Because the updates fucked it over and it's like a million gigs. I remember hearing like random moms talking about their kids playing Helldivers. I don't like where this dude is. This fucked now? Personally, a bit burnt out. Understandable. Might be fucked. I don't know where he's gonna go. Or what he's gonna try to grab. Brain successfully outfucked him. Okay. Because I thought I was gonna have to reset. Many people got mad when the meta was balanced because it was to a point where if you didn't have specified loadout, you get kicked, and so it does make everything viable. Oh, okay. It made everything too good. Oh god, I hate this tune, yeah. I always forget what button to press. It's just the control stick. I'm so sorry, Kyobosa. Must have been a fucking nightmare, literally. Because the rest of the stream is very quiet. And then the song is so damn loud. That room I had to backtrack in added too many minutes to this run attempt. Price you pay for keeping the streak alive. I appreciate it. Yeah, there were a few streams where I didn't get the notif either that I had the streak going. And so I lost it. So don't feel that bad, Mario. It happened to someone else too. And then I'll get these notices for people I don't even follow, but maybe I'll click on their stream a couple times, I guess, in a row, and then I'll get a notif for them. And I'm like, I don't particularly care about the streak that I have on somebody that I'm just like casually watching. But then the few that I missed that I do follow, then I didn't get a notif for those. Because I would think, okay, if you had only a 3 streak, maybe Twitch didn't want to, like, have that be sent to annoy people. But I didn't. I had, like, 15 or so. No, I don't know what I did wrong. Fuck. I feel like I'm in some weird haze. Like, I'm pretty tired today because I was busy, but, like, playing this game, I am, like, stressed out now with every single thing. Like, it's pretty automatic, but then I am just prepared for some jank to happen at every turn. You're just out here messing with streaks. Not mad, they got you at 100k channel points. Damn, nice. I was thinking that too, that the more I've been streaming now, that more channel points get added up. Not that I really have anything. Seems to notify you more for the early streaks than the later ones. That seems so dumb. You'd think it would be the other way around. Maybe they're trying to get you to watch people that you wouldn't normally watch. They figured the other ones, you're already there, who cares? You miss one, who gives a shit? You're probably gonna be going back. This is like the start of the real run, and I hate it. Because I have to waste 30 minutes to get there. 50k? Nice. Yeah, considering I only, like, picked affiliate in April, I think. I'm not sure how fast things get racked up or not. Hey Charlie, half wanted to pop in and if you know can be like, so the haircut didn't give? No, I would have done it anyway. I would have just been complaining about it. We all love a good complaining session. I'm gonna be complaining about this game though, so we still have some hope on that. Mad she ate that rat raw, no flambe. I'm more mad at the lack of sausage and eating the gnome. The rat's okay. She's pest control for free. Surprised there's not more rats with all these dead bodies around, actually. We're not in, what's it called? Dark Pictures Anthology Plague Tale thing? I never played that one. The one that I played a little bit of was Dishonored 2. And that had a ton of rats. I think it was the same kind of time period. But I could be wrong. I just know it was a lot of rats that were creepy. And then I stopped playing because the game crashed on me like a couple of times. And I didn't care enough to keep going. See, like that happened and I didn't want it to. That pause! What's with the pause, bro? It definitely is way jankier. 3, 4, and 5. Everything is just nerves at this point too, because I feel like whenever I do a practice for the later chapters, since I keep resetting until we get there a bunch of the time, they're always okay. And then when my heart is pounding in my ear and then my hands are jittery, then I fuck it up. That's why I wanted to get it fast, because then you don't start overthinking it all. All of that is less. Now I'm trapped in a prison of my own making. If I do get bored, we can just do DLC anyway. Or like a palette cleanser. Because I think there's 3 separate ones, so it's like you can do one and then do an attempt and then go back. Hey mech, we're trying not to throw, but no promises. This first run. Hopefully last run. But again, no promises. We're running away. I'm doing the simple, yet boring. Go in the elevator and then have the guy pass me so that I can just bring the key by myself. I forgot to check what Arizona time is now. I kind of forget what it was before. I don't know if it's easier or harder for the overlap. Not that you have a schedule anyway, but... Almost 9 p.m. It's 10 now, okay. So just an hour difference now. I guess maybe it was like 2 before. And the schedule thing wasn't an insult, it's just, you know, that it doesn't really matter as much. You didn't see me? Okay. This was like an earlier start for me than I have been recently. I've been starting like 10:30 instead of 9ish. I feel like this guy's gonna come back down, so I'm waiting. Bro, I hate these like shitty patterns that then you wait extra long so that you don't die from impatience. And then you decide to something else later. And then the run is an extra 10 minutes longer than you wanted it to be. And then there you go. Only wouldn't start streaming at 4 a.m. You blowing up any day now. I've heard sometimes the strat is to stream at the weirdest times because there's fewer people on. I mean, there's fewer people awake looking for stuff too, so that's the problem. Because then you only get like Australians who are English speakers, or then you just get like all the Russians and like Asian channels because of the time zones. I don't think they really have too much overlap with English. That's why when I am awake too late in bed and I'm just scrolling Twitch and I don't see anything to watch, I'm like, oh man, this is a problem. Like, I stayed up too late, I gotta go to bed. I think worse is then when it like starts wrapping around and then you get like the UK streams starting. I'm like, oh, this is not good. Just learn Korean, they got real good healthcare too. Yeah, I guess I'm missing out. Kielbasa was memeing on the guy who was talking about his trauma dumping, you know? But I didn't know that statistic. That's pretty cool. See, I thought all these dead moments of the run would be like working in my favor for it to be easier, and it kind of is. But also, I'm like, I don't want to see this cutscene again. It's probably a fake stat, yeah. I didn't want to run and try to slide and miss it, because then I felt like that would be harder to adjust, so we just like slowly walk. Run. over the sausage. I wonder if I missed out on any other sales of something decent since this DLC went on sale when I didn't really know it was. It wasn't marketed to me. Frequently it says sales for DLC for games you own, but I didn't see it. And I'm wondering if there were some other, like, post-Halloween discounts that I missed. I didn't really look around. Get inside. Holy shit. Not that I, you know, need more games to play, but $3 is free. Kind of. Yeah, more games to buy, not play. The biggest difference. Did you hear that? I think he did. I know he's like around the area, but I don't think he came here. Mac, you haven't really bought anything in a while, right? At least I haven't remembered you mentioning anything. Yeah, I was glancing, but I didn't like deep dive into the Halloween sale. I was surprised that it went as long as it did. That's why I also didn't see much. And then I kind of stopped looking. Not in a while. That's definitely a problem. They'll be banished to retro games forever. Basically, all the stuff I've bought recently has been things that I've played right away, like the Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3 DLC, Mega Bonk, Ball Pit. Wow, I'm glad I didn't go up because usually he doesn't go to this one. God Breakers. I didn't think that looked that good to get for free. Like, I can redeem it for free if I want, but I didn't look into it enough that I wanted to do that. The Risk of Rain 2 killer. Yeah, we heard that about, like, Dead Cells killers and shit, too. 24. You need a clause that says it's like The Witcher and Stardew and Noida. So it's like 24 asterisk. Okay, I'm gonna fucking vomit if I get hit on this, but also if I don't get hit and then I have to actually do the run. Crab Champions. People liked it, but I think it wasn't enough replayability for like long term anything, from what I heard. See, I did something like that, and it confused the guy. So I'll try to do something like that again. Oh my god, like my heart is beating and it's not gonna like get less. Even though that'll probably linger. I mean, obviously, if you don't like one of the games, just like don't play it that long, especially if there's no dedicated end, or like don't do all the side quests. I mean, I'm saying that as I'm gonna like 100% shit that I end up hating halfway through, you know. I have Lies of P. I'm pretty sure Mech played that. Wait, I don't know actually if Mech played it. I can't remember. I think he did, but he didn't play the DLC. Okay. I don't know, this jump also gives me a panic attack. It like first run, best run, quotation mark? Question mark, all the marks. Started really early, I know! There was a time where this was my normal time. Then slowly it's been deviating. I blame daylight savings for helping me a little bit. We'll see how long it lasts. Today was also not shower day, so usually those days I start a little bit on the later side. It's because it takes more time to do stuff. Have most of the Little Nightmare streams been later? Something the stream time doesn't seem that early. I think it was messed up a little bit with the UK daylight savings for that 1 week, because that's basically the only time I've been playing Little Nightmares. But yeah, I was looking back at my stream times and it was like 10:30 most of the last week or so. And today was 9. On Saturday it was 9:30. That was close. Close to 9. If I did like an afternoon stream, then yeah, super early, I would believe it more. But it's, you know, usually in my variant. Blame the Roar streams? That was from like a million years ago, but you're not actually wrong, because Dead Cells, I had my limit of like 3 hours, 2 runs, and then I was checked out, whether I started at 9 or 11 or sometimes like 12:30. I don't know. I would do 2 runs and then be done. But then when I was grinding like the Eclipse stuff, every time I pause so I can like move the thingy, the stupid mouse is in the way, it annoys me. I just kept doing like one more attempt, and those are the ones I started doing like 5-ish hours, which was a lot for me at the time. Now I kind of do whatever. It really depends the game and what my vibe is that day. I like a double feature, pre-ice cream Lydia and post-ice cream. Yeah, it was also the reason of starting ice cream. I was thinking about this a couple of days ago too, that I've been having ice cream on stream for a while. And it would always be about the time that I ended. Maybe it's slightly earlier. on stream than off, but oh my fucking god. So yeah, thank Ice Cream Time for doing at least like a 4 hour versus a 3. Dead Cells, it wasn't even because I wanted ice cream. I just didn't want to fucking play Dead Cells anymore. The boat's moving someone away a little bit till it moves back. Hopefully it's okay. I don't know, this jump feels sketchy, man. I know. Well, Mech, do you want to play more than 2 intense Dead Cells runs? They were also during a time when there were a lot of people during Dead Cells streams, so I got so exhausted from talking so much and dealing with like 50 people. I don't really get those numbers these days. Which is fine, but just saying it's more strenuous when you deal with that, you know? Can't keep looping for long, yeah. Looping made me think of Risk of Rain, but I'm like, you don't touch Risk of Rain. Category never recovered after I put my head up. I did feel like I kept it alive longer, even though it was kind of dying. But then, yeah, when I stopped playing it, nobody streamed it anymore. Oh my god, I forgot I had to do it quicker. Keep moving. Oh my god. Because if I stream it now, I'll probably get people who follow me to watch me, maybe. It depends if they're even still on Twitch because it's been that long. Oh no. I think I fucked up. I got lucky. But, I don't think it has that draw as when I would do variety days and then do like a couple days of Dead Cells where people were excited for it. Again, it just... it feels dead. Spoke in the other day, it was utterly empty, yeah. Mac had a story the other day where he said he watched somebody... Oh my god, the camera, I thought it was gonna move me by accident out of it. And the chat was telling them wrong about the scrolls, and then the guy lowered the BC level or something, so that's the quality of Dead Cells you get. Well, obviously moved on to Windblown. Yeah, I'm sure if you look at that category, it's even better. Yeah, that's not happening. I ended up listening to the music for Windblown a bit more than playing the game. Because then they had like the soundtrack release a month or so after the game came out. And so I sometimes listen to that by itself, but not the game. The streamer was teaching us about the game. Oh! Oh, that's worse. I forgot about that. Yeah, okay. Resident Evils are all on sale. Surely that makes up for the missed bundle. I mean, they're always on sale. That's the thing. That's why I want them to be on sale for $0. I missed it twice, man. This room stresses me out. Okay. I'm not chatting in this. No, I don't blame you, Charlie. Like, don't, because they're only going to just label you as the backseater, crazy person, ruining the vibe of the stream. So, what REs are we going to play? I don't really care to play them. I just hate how I missed the humble bundle, where you can get like all 10 of them for 25. Yeah, I know, Mech, you hate everything but after 4 or including 4. Mech, maybe you can do a hitless Resident Evil since that's like your new thing now. Since you played both the second ones, they are supposedly one of the easier team hitless things to do. I don't know how it compares to this game, but that's what I've heard. That it's not a hard run, at least not on hard mode. Why did I miss this like 6 times? Um, I'm nervous, man. I don't want to throw. I'm wondering if I try to set up my AirPods that are like annoying as hell to like connect and disconnect. To get an idea where she's coming from. I think I might want to try because I really don't want to throw on this again. It should be next to me. Oh. The last time I did this though, it fucked up the audio. Because I think it connects the mic too, though, so I don't know if I want to. And then it'll mess up stream quality. I need to like take a moment before I'm too nervous. RE3 remake is so short, surely the hit list is free. That's what we said about this. RER2 or RE remake failed to capture everything special that the original did. 7 out of 10. Has a little something for everybody. It has Leon in it, so it should automatically get a 10 out of 10. Hey, buddy. Thanks for the 8 months. New tech? I don't know, because last time it, like, fucked it up for OBS. I think I can get it. I think I can get it without it. Gulp. Otherwise, I'll test it on not the run file once I'm crying. The hardest part was getting past that last room of kitchen where we kept throwing like every other run. Last stream. I don't know if I remember hearing the heart beating. I don't know if I was closer to her than I should have been, or if that mattered. Okay. I want to be free so we can play DLC. Alright, this calls for putting up to 100 brightness. It was at 70, but I need to get fucking blinded. Okay. Just in case that helps. I am most terrified of that one. It's not even that flashbangy because everything is gray. I'm scared. I don't know what angle she even comes from. To know where I can guesstimate. Like, are there 6 spokes of a wheel? Are there 8? You know, north, south, east, west, and I don't know. Okay. I can breathe now. Hey, Paigey. Now we can just chill and do the cutscene, and then watch the credits for 10 minutes. Is she just that ugly? Yeah, that would have been me if my haircut was terrible. It would have been paper bag, Little Nightmares 2 cosplay time. Thank God we can move on and we can do something else. We can play the DLC now. We took that run really slow. It was only a couple minutes longer than like our usual. It was like 107 IRL time, but some of the rooms we had to wait out a lot. But thanks guys for the GGs. Yippee! We're done. First run of the stream. It was that one kitchen room. It was that one kitchen room that like kept gatekeeping me last time. Yeah, we're part of the cool Little Nightmares Kids Club. But yeah, no achievement popped up. I know Mario set was after this climb thing. We'll get flashbanged and then I'll lower the brightness. I want to see how bright it is. Yeah, because, like, I don't know if it was a tiny bit longer. They get a little close. I don't remember them being that close, but I assume it's just scripted that we win. All it took was the brightness. Maybe it was the brightness. For this game in particular. I wonder if too having night mode, so everything is more sepia toned, ends up being worse. I mean, I live in night mode, so I'm used to everything. Yay, it showed up! Hell yeah. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Woo! Okay. I have to go back and see what things to collect, because when I was retrying the different chapters on the first file, it says resets progress, so I think it resets what you broke or not broke or hugged. I probably still have to replay and like do that, but I'll just do that at my own time. I need DLC achievements and stuff too. What's the percent? 1.5. There's an enhanced edition that Morio was playing on that everybody gets now, who owns it. And it came out a couple months ago. And he said it was like 3.2 on that one. Congrats on the Hearts of the Core as well. Yeah, hell yeah. I would have been happy even if the achievement didn't show up, because we got the run. And now I can immortalize this.